Hi, this is downtown Murdo, South Dakota. The video turned out to be a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it's anyway. It's kind of a big downtown, although there's really nothing in it, and it is practically, I would say, it is literally almost a ghost town. It is just there's nothing here really. There's so many businesses that were once here that are now out of business. It's sad, it's pitiful. There's a few places that are still in business, obviously the courthouse and a few other things, but it's pretty much out of business. There is one business that I do talk about. There's a restaurant downtown. I don't think it's open now. I think it is out of business, but I'm going to talk a little more about it in another video because I'm really interested. I wonder if it was a product of COVID or it went out of business prior to COVID. I don't know. But anyway, I'll talk a little more about that in another video. And then there's another video that's going to be just like show kind of a short snippet of the downtown area here. And when I arrived, there's nobody parked downtown. Nothing's open. There's no one parked here. I saw maybe 3 cars drive through, and that's it. There's a couple banks. They're obviously in business. And that's about it. There's I think electric company, maybe a water company, and that's about it. I mean, that's sad. In fact, this is one of the saddest ones I've seen, with the exception of Mission, South Dakota, and it was very, very sad also. Very sad. Anyway, again, downtown Murdo, South Dakota. Okay, I am here in downtown Murdo, South Dakota on Main Street, and of course it is 7 o'clock, so everything is closed up now. It kind of appears to be, well, little more than a ghost town. There looks like there's a few businesses though that are probably still open, which are not open now because it's 7 o'clock. Like here, this is Dreyer Construction. That appears to be nice building, probably still in business. And here's Charles Baker Trucking and Farms. He's probably, that doesn't appear to be a bad building. Nope. And there's some pretty flowers up at the front. Yeah, some really nice flowers. But there's no one downtown, obviously. It's too, I guess, too late. Too late, and there's not much here. Anyway, here's the Veterans Memorial Building. Okay, I'm going to walk on down the sidewalk here. There's not a whole lot here. There is, as you can see, there is, well, there's nothing. Before I walk to the other side, let's go on down here so you guys can see. Now, those 3 big, whatever, things it says Dakota Mill and Grain. So, anyway, there's actually 5 of them. But anyway, and I don't know what's down there. I noticed that a lot of the roads here, they're just basically, they're not even gravel, you know. I don't know if they're basically gravel. I don't know if they were paved at some point or not, but they're gravel now. Okay. And as you can see, there are no cars here. I am the only one. There was a man drove by just a few minutes ago in a Toyota Camry. He drove by and was looking around town. I don't know if he's just visiting. He's looking to see what's here. Who knows? I don't know. But he only went to the edge of town, and then where those big silo looking things are, and then he turned around. Anyway, and here's another business, a senior center. I don't know if that's still open or not. Oh gosh, there's something itching. Anyway, as you can see, here's the view and across on the next street, of course, is a neighborhood. All these towns through North Dakota and South Dakota, they kind of just, they line up with the neighborhoods. And then here's Seniors for Service. Well, the same thing. It's Seniors for Service. That appears to be maybe an add-on to the building. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's what you can see. And then down at the end is the bank. Yeah, this is First Fidelity Bank. And I see the guy now. I guess I'm not sure. I don't know if he's looking for something or what. Well, it looks like he's got a South Dakota tag. You can't see it from here, but looks like he does have a South Dakota tag. That doesn't necessarily mean he's from this area, though, but nonetheless. Anyway, just noted that. It is much cooler here than it was last night coming from Nebraska. At 8 o'clock last night, it was still over 100 degrees. And, of course, it's still warm. It's 8 o'clock and it's 80 degrees. So, but that's, wow, not bad at all. Last night, like I said, 8 o'clock, I think it was still 101 or 102. I remember I was shocked at how hot it was. I drove all day and it was so miserable I could barely get out of the car. It was like 100, I think, on my car temperature or whatever, and I think what the weather said was 104. Looked it up last night, and it was actually, I think, 106 degrees in Valentine, Nebraska. Very hot. There's going to be a few days of reprieve, and I'm going to take those few days of reprieve where it drops down to 88, 90 to go to do the Gold Rush Byway, and then it's going to pick back up, start edging back up to like 95, 97 degrees. And when it does that, then of course I'll probably already be gone to Deadwood. I looked up the weather for Deadwood, and the weather's good for Deadwood. It's only going to be like 80 for a daytime high, maybe a little more. It's going to be a few days, going to be hotter. Nothing to write home about. I mean, I can stand the 90. That's hot, but that 100, over 100, no. And like I said yesterday, I handle the heat pretty well, but 105, 104, wow, no. Anyway, here is another building on the corner, and I can safely say that that is probably no longer in business. And it doesn't appear, well, no, there's a padlock on one of the doors. I don't know about that door. They've got curtains up in the front of it. And then there's just something. The hotel? Wow, that was a hotel? Huh. Who knew? Anyway, got a lot of nice stuff up there, but can't say. It doesn't really look like it's in business, but I mean, this up at the front looks okay. It's called the gym. And then down here is something called the Golden West Telecommunications. There's like a little alleyway right there. So you got another view. Oh yeah, very, very faded from the other side. And then walk on down here, and we're at All Pro Towing and Repair. I don't know if that is still in business or not. Oh, looks like there's some stuff on the back side of this. I might walk down that road just to see. It's not too hot. It's only 80. It's a little warm, but not bad. And then I guess that building belongs to Golden West Telecommunications as well. And again, you can see there is nothing. There's nothing. You can see this building, and again, there's nothing. There's a truck parked down there. There was a guy, like I said, driving through, and a truck parked down there, and little else. So you can see there's nothing. And these roads through here are not very good either. Let's walk over here to the back side of this. I'm gonna see what all is. Might as well. It's not too hot yet. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to get on through down I-90 or not. I'm hoping I can, but if I can't, then I'm gonna have to turn around and go back to where I was last night. I'm not gonna do what I did last night. I just wanted to get out to the interstate really and try to escape the heat, or as much as I could, and I'm glad I did, because it got cooler last night here in South Dakota and woke up this morning much cooler. Did not even start getting hot until like 1 o'clock in the day. That, I mean, it was warm enough, but wow. So anyway, I'm gonna walk down this road right here. I'm here at these silo looking things. Okay, there's some kind of business over there. Dakota Mill and Grain, producers, hybrids it says, and then there's another business over here. Oh, it says Beeline, wheel alignment. And now there looks like some more stuff down this little, I don't know what you call it, alley road. And there right next to this hybrid or grain business is what looks like an old house. I ultimately decided not to walk down this road. I think I'll, not much down it, I will do that maybe, because I'm walking right through the neighborhood. And here's something on Murdo McKenzie. I'm not sure what that is. There is actually a railroad track that runs right through here, right in front of it. Okay, here's another old building here on the corner of Main Street. And walk down this road here, and there appears to be an old Crown Vic with the whole front end gone. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a detective car, probably got wrecked, because the whole front end of it's gone, fenders and everything. And then here's the back side of this building. No idea what it is, but it too appears to be no longer in business. And as you can see, of course you can see from here, you can see the First Fidelity Bank over there. It's part of the reason I hear a dog barking in the background. That's part of the reason I don't walk through the neighborhood. I don't know if the dogs are loose or what. And if I just drive through and I get out to snap a photo or a little video and there is a dog loose, I can always just get back in my car and drive away. Of course, across the street, West Central Electric. Here's the front side. I have absolutely no clue what this business was. Wish I knew, but no clue. And then of course here is an auto parts place. And then walk down this way just a little bit and there's a, I don't know, few, looks like a truck down there and a pickup down there and a few other vehicles going down toward Business Loop 90. Let's see, no idea what any of this is. And then there's this. And this appears to be Main Street Grill and Pizza. They are not open. I don't know if they're open now and just, you know, the restaurant's open, but just not open at 7 o'clock. I don't know. There's a sign on the front that they did serve beer, so it's hard to believe. Casablanca Restaurant, Italian American Cuisine, Pizza. There's nothing on the door that says they're, when they'll be open, when they'll be back. Nothing. You know, I went through this downtown in Mission, South Dakota yesterday, and I noticed that You know, and then there's another business over here. Oh, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. I noticed that, you know, there was a coffee place that was out, you know, was out of business, or appeared to be out of business at some, I mean, it wasn't open at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so, or 6, so that's kind of hard to believe. And anyway, here is a pizza restaurant that, I don't know. You know, there's nothing on the door that says what their hours of operation are. And as I stated yesterday, when I saw the coffee place, you know, it was open and there were other businesses, and I have to wonder if these businesses were especially in little tiny towns like this, or were products of COVID that, you know, they lost their help, they couldn't serve people, and then they couldn't afford to stay open, and boom. I mean, anyway, like I said, well, no, the door there, the sign above it says Main Street Grill and Pizza, and that says Casablanca Restaurant. No idea. I meant to look these up last night. The Caribou Coffee Place in Mission, South Dakota, and this one in here in Murdo. Don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But I do wonder if, because I know when I watched the news last year, there were much talk about businesses that simply could not stay open, and they dried up and were forced to shut down. So I don't know if these businesses were forced to shut down when COVID hit, or perhaps they had to shut down prior to COVID. You know, there's no way to know. But some of these towns that I've been through in Nebraska and South Dakota, they're pitiful. They're just pitiful. And then down here is Murdo Ford. I am going to come back to Ford in a few minutes. But across the street is the Murdo Coyote. That's the newspaper. And then, of course, the post office. And I've heard even the post office is suffering. And then there's a business on the other corner. I don't know about that. But here, it's hard to see. The sun's right in my eyes. So, sales, service. Oh gosh, someone's got a GMC parked right in front. Hi, this is the conclusion of part 1 of Murdo, South Dakota. I did my very best to try to get it uploaded. It was initially 33 minutes long. My eyes are kind of burning a little bit. Anyway, I tried to get it uploaded. I had to restart it like 3 times. And finally, I gave up, and I decided that I'm going to have to cut it down, and I'm having to do that with all of my videos. And I've talked about this in other videos where I'm having to cut my videos down to 10 minutes, 10, 15. Now, if I cut them down to like 10 minutes, they upload really well. I uploaded a 17-minute video, and it took forever. It took well over an hour or longer to upload, very, very slow. And then I had to start it like 3 times. So, really bad. Anyway, don't want to make this one too long. I divided it up. This is about it'll be about 17, 18-minute video. In the morning, they do a little bit better than evening time. Anyway, this is the conclusion of part 1 of Murdo, South Dakota. I hope everyone has a good week. God bless, peace, and stay tuned for part 2 of Murdo, South Dakota.